Well, it's starting to feel a lot like Christmas, and so I've decided to show you all how to glaze a Christmas ham. This is one of my all-time favorite Christmas recipes, and I just love the way that when I put the ham in the oven with all those really beautiful base notes of the clove and the thyme and the orange and the brown sugar and the honey, it just permeates through the house and gets us all in the mood. So we'll get started with the oranges. We need a cup of fresh, beautiful orange juice. So off we go with the juicer. Really smells sort of festive just on their own, but it doesn't quite work the same when you're buying, commercial orange juice. So I always like to start this recipe with the fresh stuff. 1 cup of fresh orange juice, 1 cup of brown sugar, 2 teaspoons of seeded mustard, a couple of cloves of the garlic. I'm just gonna bash them, bruise them, and throw them in, skins and all. Essington Park honey, and then the fresh thyme. Yeah, I'm going to use a bunch. So I'm just going to chop the nice leafy bits and leave the stalks out. So this one is a big guy. So what we're trying to do now is take the skin from the leg, although trying to leave as much fat as possible on the leg, because the fat is going to bring flavor and moisture into the meat. And what I do is I just start to cut around the hock and then down the middle, and then I'm just going to try and prise the skin away from the fat. So as you can see there, I'm not taking the fat away, I'm leaving it as much as I possibly can. Give it a little helping hand with a knife to encourage it to stay on there, because you'll really see the result. Take the time, go slow. And if I told you how many of those I've done over so many Christmases, you wouldn't believe me. So a little stir of the beautiful glaze. This is the bit that's the fun bit and quite meditative. So we're going to make some scores about 3 inches apart on the diagonal, and then we're going to go the other way across 3 inches. You don't have to go too deep. It's just so that you get all those crispy caramelized bits when they kind of curl up. And now for the meditation, the cloves. So we stud. We just work our way studding on the little triangles, and all that beautiful clovey flavor is going to cook down into the ham. There we have our ham studded. Look, it's not all perfect, but imperfection is beautiful. So now I'm going to pour this glaze over the top, and I'll hold half of it back, and all that lovely fat, the clove, the lovely orange and seeded mustard and thyme glaze will all start working its magic. If you don't want to put your oven on Chrissy Day, you can do this the day before. Just pop it in the fridge and have your ham cold. Into the oven we go. So the ham's been cooking for 20 minutes in the oven, and I'm going to give it another glaze. So there we are, the last little bit of glaze and back in the oven. So I always like to embellish a little, and so I'm just going to pin a little calico around there, and this is beautiful rosemary from the garden, so Christmassy. And doesn't this just look fabulous? Look at that. So the ham's been in the oven for an hour and 20 on 170 degrees. So succulent and beautiful. Now I do think, because it's Christmas, we should all dig in. Food from the heart.